utilizing the adversarial blueprint, the enemy's plan, deconstructing the activation mechanism. To reverse a process, one must first understand its original design. The adversarial blueprint relies on a deep understanding of psychological vulnerabilities, social pressure points, and systemic corruption. The enemy's plan is defined by two key vectors. 1. Weaponizing trauma and vulnerability, identifying individuals with deep-seated trauma, psychological instability, or unfulfilled ideological needs and using them as host mechanisms for weaponized narratives or destructive behavioral loops. 2. Systemic contamination, embedding compromised agents, the spawns, and the activated into positions of cultural, political, or institutional leverage, ensuring that the source of corruption is self-replicating and difficult to excise without destroying the host institution. The plan's efficacy lies in its invisibility and its ability to turn the very structure of a free society, open information, political dialogue, individual liberty, against itself. The strategic proposal, the suggestion to use the enemy's plan against them. The core idea of this new strategic doctrine is not to fight the enemy using conventional military or ideological means, but to invert their own process. If the adversarial plan is a precise engineered sequence designed to activate and corrupt, then the counterplan must be a precise engineered sequence designed to deactivate and heal. This means studying the enemy's psychological mechanisms and sociological vectors not to replicate them, but to apply the reverse pressure, a kind of strategic psychological jujitsu. The suggestion is that by working with the compromised individuals, pedophiles, spawns, and activated factions, the Alliance gains direct access to the operational structure of the enemy's blueprint. They can only be healed by using the same channels of intense, deep-reaching influence that the enemy employed, but dedicated to restoration rather than destruction. The philosophical and ethical justification for reversing an adversarial tactic. This strategy demands a profound ethical pivot. The justification for adopting tactics that mimic the enemy's intensity and reach rests on two pillars. 1. The necessity of success. Given the size of the compromised population, too big to kill off, and the perceived failure of all other methods, only a measure of equal intensity can achieve the necessary systemic transformation. 2. The goal defines the method. The adversarial plan was enacted for the purpose of societal destruction. The reversal is enacted exclusively for the purpose of profound healing and preservation. The strategic borrowing of the mechanism is morally permissible, in this view, because its final application is dedicated to liberating the corrupted agents, thus elevating the entire operation to a measure of strategic salvation. The reversal principle, transformation and healing. The core argument, how the reversal of the adversarial mechanism can achieve profound rehabilitation where traditional methods have failed. The defining argument of this strategic alliance pivots on the belief that a system designed for weaponized activation can be repurposed for targeted deactivation and subsequent healing.